Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into a story that's sparked a lot of discussion. Tesla's, well, audacious claim of its first ever driverless delivery. Is this the future arriving early, or maybe another masterful stroke of PR? We're here to unpack the details, the history, and, the underlying pressures to reveal what this moment truly represents for autonomous vehicles and for Tesla itself.
Indeed. Our mission for this deep dive is really to look beyond just the headlines, to cut through the bold pronouncements and truly understand the significance of this event, the broader journey of autonomous tech. We'll explore it within the context of Tesla's current market challenges and its long-term vision.
Okay, so let's set the scene for you. The big news broke on Friday, June 27th, 2025. Tesla announced something, well, seemingly historic. A Model Y SUV was apparently delivered from their Austin, Texas Gigafactory directly to a customer's apartment building, completely without a human driver.
Right.
You might have seen the video doing the rounds on X, that's Twitter, as it used to be called, showing the car navigating public roads, highways included, with absolutely no one in the driver or front passenger seat. It certainly got people talking.
Mm-hmm. And what's particularly striking here is the sheer confidence. The announcements that followed. Elon Musk himself was on X, stating it was the first fully autonomous delivery across town, including highways. And he really emphasized no people in the car at all and no remote operators in control at any point. Fully autonomous.
Wow. Fully autonomous.
Yeah. And adding to that, Tesla's head of AI, Ashok Ellaswamy, he confirmed it was a random customer and that the vehicle was, quote, exactly the same as every Model Y produced in the Tesla factory, even hitting apparently 72 miles per hour on Texas highways. The limit there is typically 70.
72, okay. It's a very specific, bold claim then.
It is.
And that's where it gets, well, truly fascinating, because the term fully autonomous, it can mean vastly different things, can't it?
Absolutely.
So, knowing what Tesla offers publicly today, how does the technology claimed for this specific delivery actually compare? What do we really know here?
That's precisely the crux of it. Tesla hasn't actually specified which version of its software or hardware was used, not for this specific demonstration, nor have they given any indication of when this level of tech might be commercially available.
Okay.
And to understand the magnitude, just think about their most advanced system currently out there for customers, full self-driving, supervised. That system still explicitly requires owners, keep your hands on the wheel, be ready to take over steering, braking at any moment.
Right. That's the crucial supervised part.
Exactly. So the leap from that kind of hands-on supervision to a vehicle driving with absolutely no one inside, navigating public roads, that isn't just a small step. It's a fundamental shift in autonomous capability. We're talking potentially level 4 or 5 autonomy, moving way beyond the current level 2 systems. That's a huge engineering hurdle. And a liability one, too.
A huge hurdle, yeah. So we're talking about a completely different league of autonomy, seemingly almost overnight. But this recent delivery, it isn't exactly an isolated incident when it comes to Tesla's claims, is it?
No, not at all. It fits a pattern.
Right.
If you look at the broader picture, it's not the first time Tesla's self-driving demos have faced scrutiny.
Mm-hmm.
You remember back in 2016, their Paint It Black autopilot video?
Vaguely, yes.
Well, that was meant to showcase advanced capabilities, but it was later revealed, in depositions actually, that it had been staged in a way that kind of exaggerated its performance at the time.
Okay, so history there.
Mm-hmm. Plus, we know the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, they're currently investigating Tesla over possible safety defects in their FSD systems.
Right.
And they've recently questioned the company about traffic rule violations seen during their robo-taxi pilot.
Okay, so there's active regulatory scrutiny happening.
Yes. And crucially, Musk's claim about this being the first fully autonomous drive with no people in the car or remotely operating the car on a public highway. Well, that's not entirely accurate either.
Oh, how so?
Alphabet-owned Waymo, the Google spinoff, they already run commercial robo-taxi services, and they've been providing fully autonomous rides, no driver, on Phoenix freeways to employees since 2024.
Since 2024 on freeways?
Yes, and they've since expanded that kind of operation into Los Angeles and San Francisco as well. So this level of driverless operation on public roads, it isn't completely novel. Waymo has been doing it.
That definitely puts this latest announcement into a very particular context, doesn't it?
It does.
So this delivery, whether we view it as a genuine breakthrough or maybe a high-profile demo, it certainly fits into this long history of ambitious promises from Tesla. Remind us about that vision, Elon Musk's grand vision for autonomous Teslas.
Certainly. It's a vision that goes back quite a way. Back in 2016, in his master plan, Part 2, he laid out this future where
Yeah.
Tesla owners could just, add their car to a Tesla shared fleet with a tap on an app, and the car would generate income for them while they slept.
The robo-taxi fleet idea.
Exactly. And perhaps most notably, back in 2019, he promised 1 million robotaxis.
1 million.
1 million on the road by 2020, which was a claim that incidentally helped the company raise about $2 billion from institutional investors at the time.
Right. And well, as you know, those specific promises, they haven't quite materialized like that.
No, not in that time frame or quite in that way.
Hmm.
And currently, Tesla's running a separate robotaxi pilot program in Austin, but it's much more limited.
How limited?
We're talking maybe 10 to 20 Model Y SUVs.
Yeah.
Details about the tech are pretty scarce publicly.
Yeah.
And it's only for select invited riders, often, influencers, analysts. And crucially, these vehicles always operate with a human safety supervisor in the front passenger seat.
Oh,
And they're also remotely supervised by employees in an operations center. So yeah, quite different from a completely unassisted delivery across town.
very different. So what does this all mean for Tesla right now? This driverless delivery, it doesn't feel like just a technical demo, does it? It seems like maybe a meticulously timed strategic play.
That's a keen observation.
How does this big event address or maybe even distract from the significant headwinds Tesla's facing in the market currently?
Well, if you take a step back, this event is definitely playing out against a backdrop of considerable market pressure for Tesla. Their car sales have actually declined year over year in key markets, particularly across Europe in the first 5 months of 2025.
Declined. Okay. Why is that?
Well, part of it is certainly increased competition. Chinese EV brands like BYD, NIO, Xiaomi, they're offering more affordable, newer models.
The competition's heating up.
Definitely. But it's also been reported that there's some consumer backlash against the company, tied specifically to Elon Musk himself. His sometimes incendiary political rhetoric, his endorsements, for instance, of Germany's far-right extremist party, the AfD, that's the alternative for Germany party.
Right.
And his work for the Trump administration has also drawn criticism.
So a mix of competition and personal brand issues potentially impacting sales.
It seems plausible, yes.
Yes.
So amidst these challenges, this driverless delivery, it definitely generated excitement, particularly among, strong believers in Musk and his vision.
A way to shift the narrative, perhaps.
Could be. It's also worth noting the timing. Tesla is expected to disclose its second quarter vehicle production and delivery numbers on July 2nd.
Ah, very soon then.
Very soon. That will give us a much clearer financial picture. So yeah, the timing of this big announcement could certainly be seen through multiple lenses.
It really gives us a lot to consider. Okay, so today we've taken a deep dive into Tesla's latest claim of a driverless delivery. Contrasting those bold announcements with the realities of autonomous technology as it stands, and the company's current market landscape.
Yeah, and this whole discussion, it really brings up a critical point, I think. As these autonomous technologies continue to evolve, quite rapidly actually, and companies are constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible, how do you, personally, weigh the undeniable excitement, the innovation? How do you weigh that against the fundamental importance of transparency and safety, especially when we're talking about self-driving vehicles on our public roads?
A really important question, something to ponder as the future of driving continues to unfold, well, right before our eyes, it seems. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.